Hello, dear students. This is the second part of the same topic, risk management. So, today we will discuss the concept of the risk prioritization. So, this means how we are prioritizing the risk. There are a number of activities that are the part of my projects, and right now we are going to be uh, schedule that activity as per the risk impact onto my project, how this particular activity is the risk oriented, and accordingly we are going to be schedule this. So this may be one of the technique that is used for risk prioritization, to whom we call a risk exposure. How we are calculating this we can calculate RE by using two component: how much this particular risk is going to be damage my project, and how much the probability of occurrence of that risk in my project. By multiplying these two components, we are able to get the risk exposures. We refer this RE. So if we take the example, as per this scenario, the potential damage in money form. So if there is a flood, and then this may cause $0.5 million damage to my project. So this may be assumed, and now the probability is defined by a figure. If I say this is 1, so 1 means definitely. If I say 0, so there is no chance, and there may be any of the value in between this 0 and 1. So maybe in my case the probability of that risk is 0.01. So this means only 100th chance. So now how we calculate this RE? We can calculate this RE. This is given damage potential, that is zero point 0.5 multiplied by the probability, and now we get the exact amount, how much it is going to be impact to my project. So as per this scenario, in my project may have this much damage, so that is 5,000 as per this examples. So now we may plan for how we are going to be take this risk into my project. So maybe we are planning for कि we are designing something through which this flood may not occur to my site, or we are going to be switch that site. We need to be calculate the cost for that, how much cost for making a site so that there is no flood impact onto my project site, or how we are switching during the flood time, whatever be the my project uh, articles to some another site. So this way I have to plan, and accordingly we need to be choose which one is the best. As per the bookish examples, they are defining these all type of risk: R1, R2, R3, R4, R5 and R6. The likelihood means probability of every risk is given, along with what is the impact of this, and this way you can calculate the risk exposure. If I take the example of R1, R1 is nothing, this is the change in my requirement specification. So how much is the chances that the requirement is going to be get changed during the coding? So probability is 1, and how much it is going to be impact? So 8 may be the impact factor. So when we are multiplying both of this probability with my impact, definitely we are getting my RE. And similarly for all of this risk, we can calculate the RE. Now this is one of the way, based on to this we can prioritize which one activity I have to perform initially, or which one I have to perform later on. So most as per the assumption, the higher risk activities are performed initially, and low risk activities are performed later on. This is the another concept by which we can make the matrix for my risk. So if I talk about this matrix, how we make that matrix, that depends upon three different factors. One is my probability, another one is impact, and then there are a set of risks as I had shown you, and based on to these three parameters we can make the matrix. So let us see how we make this. So if I take the this example, here the probability levels are given. So probability level high, and the range, if this is greater than 50%, greater than 50% chance of happening, then we are saying this is the high probability. Significant between 30 to 50, moderate between 10 to 29, low less than 10%, so that lies under this low one. Now this is the another impact level. So impact level high, greater than 30%. In my probability that is greater than 50%, but if I talk about the impact, so that is if this is greater than 30%, we are considering it as a high. Significant between 20 to 29, but if I talk about my probability, that is 30 to 50, here is the difference, 20 to 29. Moderate 10 to 20%, and similarly low is 10%. Now we have certain risks. So these are the risks that are given in my book. You can see the same type of risk from the book itself. The risks are given. R1, changing in the requirement specification during the coding, the same list. And here the probability of those risks. The likelihood for this risk is given 8, and what is the impact? 8. So when we multiply both of this, so we get the actual risk of this. 8 into 8, 64. So here 64%. If I say R1, and on this matrix we have to map, here we are taking my impact, and here we are taking the probability. So if I take the risk R1, so now see in this table, high, greater than 50% chance, means probability, and if this is 30%, so now see here what is the risk? 64%. So 64, so that is higher in case of this. If I say the impact of this, so that is more than 50%, more than 30%. If I take the example of R2, so R2 is 21%. So 21%, here impact is significant and probability is moderate. What is the value? 21%. So let us see the impact. R2 lies in significant, so that is 21. Definitely this is insignificant. And if I talk about the probability, so probability is moderate, to 21, that lies in this category, moderate. So that's why we are putting that in this box, that is moderate as per my probability, and towards my impact side this is a significant. On the basis of this we are designing this matrix. Now we have to find what is the threshold for my this project, and accordingly we are able to be make this matrix. This matrix actually help me to be find out which risk can be taken as such, and these risks may not be going to be disturb my project too much, but these are the risks which are at the higher one. So I need to be think related to that risk, how I can mitigate that, how I can minimize this. So that is the main concept for this particular one itself. Now we need to be plan the risk. In the next slide, in the next presentation, we will try to be discuss the same thing. Up till now, thank you for watching this.